Good morning, everyone. This is Coach Powell. We are live today with my friend Troy Riemer. We're going to be talking about some exciting things about business and how things you can do to help yourself and really get to know. We're going inside the business mind with Mr. Troy Riemer. And before we really get started today, I wanted to do you a solid. We're here in the offices of, it's Metro offices, right, Troy?
Yep.
We're here in the offices, the Metro offices here in Northern Virginia, and we are going to do some things that are really exciting. We're going to hopefully share some information with you that you're going to love. I want you to check out this view. This is the view outside of Metro offices here in Northern Virginia, and we're looking, it looks like on the west side overlooking the mountains there, and the Shenandoahs are in the back over here. Now, usually you can only get this view from the Tower Club, but it's a great opportunity to look out and see what's going on out there. You know what? I might be wrong. We might be looking at, what are we looking at, Troy?
It's, I think we're looking west.
That's a city view over there. It's not DC. You
No,
might be right. It's Reston.
Reston.
Yeah, okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Can we get a close-up? Nah, we can't do that. All right, so we'll pan around the office for a little bit. This is a beautiful little setup they got over here. And that's Troy. Wave hi to the folks out there, Troy. That is outstanding. Okay, so now we're going to sit down. We're going to talk to Troy. Get a little bit of plug in here for Metro offices in case, one day I get them to give me some money. Okay, so here we go. Today we are inside the business mind of Mr. Troy Riemer. Troy, what is your position and title?
CEO of Open Design.
Awesome. And I know Open Design is famous for making sure they have phenomenal websites and marketing opportunities for their clients.
Yep.
Is there anything else you guys work on?
Branding.
Very, very good. Now, that's tremendously important for customers and for people who need to know out there, what their brand is and how to get their brand in front of the right people. When people say the term branding, I often think it's just like an exciting term because it means so many different things in so many different places. Tell me, Troy, what does branding mean to you? When you think about branding, what does it mean to you?
It's really how you represent yourself outwardly to the public.
Right.
And so that could be, the design of your logo, the design of your flyers. It could just be the content that you put out there, but basically bringing it under a cohesive message, a cohesive brand.
That is fantastic. So, you've been a member of the RoundTable now for quite a while, and I know you're very familiar with our values: communication, encouragement, and collaboration. Which of those values would you say are your favorite?
Definitely communication, because collaboration comes down to communication. What was the other one?
Encouragement.
Encouragement, of course. Encouragement is a form of communication.
Certainly.
If you look at any problem, it usually comes down to not communicating correctly. I think if we can figure out how to communicate with each other better, there's so much that can happen. So that's why that's my favorite.
It's funny because my wife and I always discussed communication. I remember when I got married, I always thought, well, I'm going to get married so I don't have to communicate anymore. I can just grunt at her, and it doesn't seem to work,
No.
23 years in, and I'm still talking. I guess I'm talking more than I ever talked before. Maybe I'm in touch with my feelings now. I don't know what that's all about. So when you look at what you do, what do you love most about what you get to do, Troy?
The biggest thing is that my work makes an impact.
Right.
It may not seem that marketing is that impactful, but let's say we're building a landing page for a client or a website, and it's able to capture leads for them, and that impacts their lives because it makes their jobs easier, so that they can reach more people and perform better sales. And so everything that we do, even though it may not explicitly make an impact, I think in the future it does for sure.
Incredible. Let's talk about some of the things that you have to deal with on a regular, consistent basis. All of our businesses, we have the challenges that we have to overcome. There are things that we've got to just deal with. Tell me some of the, maybe one of the greatest challenges that you've had to overcome in business.
So it was actually before this position that I'm in now. when I was a financial advisor, I didn't get paid for 6 months.
Okay.
And this was after, not at the beginning. Most people think, oh, at the beginning you don't make that much money, you're building it up.
Right.
This was after 2.5 years in the business.
Okay.
And the reason is that I had a few reversals. So if you're familiar, a lot of financial advising jobs is commission based.
Certainly.
And if something comes off the books that impacts your ledger, and then you
Certainly
have to kind of make that money back.
Right.
So I was about 15 grand in the hole, and then you learn a lot about yourself when you're in that position.
Absolutely.
Because it's like you're trying to make sales without pressuring the people to commit to anything.
But you need those sales to happen.
Exactly.
Right.
So it really messes with your mind a little bit, and you I guess I came out of it much better. I learned why those reversals happened, how I got in that position. And I came out all right. I'm in the position I'm in now, but it was definitely a big challenge at the time.
I can imagine that it would be. So tell me, I know in the years I've been in business, I've discovered certain things about myself, certain things and certain strengths that I know that I have. Like, I'm a pretty good listener, which is why I like doing what I'm doing right now. Because I get a chance to, really get to grow and understand people and grow myself through understanding other people. Tell me, what would you say the greatest strength you have is?
It kind of goes back to that challenge that I face is perseverance. Because I just know that if you keep working at something and you keep going, that something's going to happen eventually. It may not be the exact result that you want.
Certainly, right.
But you just have to keep going. And so I think perseverance is my biggest strength.
I love that. And Troy, what would you say differentiates you from everybody else who says they do what you do?
What differentiates me? I don't know so I think I don't know, this is tough. I would say it's one of my weaknesses, is that I care a lot about the people that I work with and the work that I do.
Okay.
Sometimes to a fault. And so it's the thing that sets us apart as a company is our customer service.
Right.
But it also can come back to bite us in the ass because we may, give too much.
Okay. This isn't going on TV, so you can say ass. It's great. It's one of the things I love about that what you said there. It's like people often mistakenly, I think, take caring as a weakness.
Yeah.
And I think that we try not to do it. We try to stay objective.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that whatever we do, it makes sense and it's rational and all these wonderful things. But I think that as we get older and as we get better, we realize that one, it's okay to care. Two, that it's necessary to care.
Yeah.
And I think even more important than that is that when you do it and you maintain it, you get better at it, which means you don't get burned as often.
Yeah.
When you focus on really figuring out the smart way to do whatever it is that you do, you get to be you get to be that caring, gentle, kind spirit that you are, and you don't get burned as often. Now you're gonna get burned in the beginning, it's gonna hurt. But I think as you get better, your intuition kicks in, and your relationships start to support you. You become better at getting into the right relationships and staying there, which is what the RoundTable is all about.
I agree.
So it's so great to give this opportunity to you and have the opportunity to sit down with you and experience your wonderful office space. I like to come here because I get to get some coffee and hang out and do some good things. So anyway, we're going to close it down now, and we'll publish this and formally a little bit later. It's great to have. Thank you for all of you who joined us, and welcome to the RoundTable inside the business mind. Bye now.
Thank you.